At Berlitz, personalized learning equals real results. Sign up for private instruction by January 20th and save $500. Visit Berlitz.us for a location near you.
There is never a dull moment on the campaign trail, and joining me with some of the latest stories about the candidates are Patrick Gavin and Jeff Dufour, the Yeas and Nays columnists from the Washington Examiner. Now, let's start. We've got so much juice to get to, you guys. I'm very excited. Patrick, tell me about Hillary's comeback cage, as you call it.
That's right. I mean, I tell you, it doesn't matter if you've been the former First Lady, it doesn't matter if you're a U.S. Senator, it doesn't matter if you've pulled off a pretty remarkable come-from-behind victory in New Hampshire. In the end, what are all parents good for? Taking care of their kids' pets. And that's what happened. Right after she came out of her victory speech in New Hampshire, Hillary Clinton got in her van along with her husband and her daughter Chelsea, and instantly was given a cat cage to hang on to for the entire trip. Not exactly the kind of parting gift you would expect a comeback gal to receive after her big victory. But what it was is Chelsea apparently had put her mom on pet sitting duty, and Chelsea's dog Soren, a very tiny dog that can fit in a cat cage, was in New Hampshire for the ride, and Hillary Clinton had the pleasure of taking care of her daughter's dog after her speech.
So she's always a mom. A mom first, I guess, is the message.
That's right.
There.
I think she was in a generous mood after her victory.
Okay, let's go to Jeff with some news about the homes. This is fascinating to me. Let's talk about the candidates' homes. John Edwards.
John Edwards. As you know, John Edwards isn't just rich, he's wealthy.
He's super rich. Uber rich.
He leaves the other candidates in the dust, not only with respect to raw home value, but with respect to leaving his neighbors in the dust. In his county, the average home is $365,000.
Yeah.
His, of course, is $6 million. 28,000 square feet, basketball court, squash court, 2 stages.
That's a lot of home.
It's a lot of home.
That's a lot of home in that area, too.
Rudy Giuliani, up in your neck of the woods in Manhattan, $5.25 million, but his neighbors are doing a little bit better. $1.5 million is the average.
And what about Romney, who is also extremely wealthy?
Right. Romney's about $1.7 million in Belmont, Mass. The average there is about half that, but it's skewed because he has so many other homes as well, including one in New Hampshire where he entertained the media earlier this year.
And where does McCain stand in all this?
McCain is, I believe, third. His house is $3 million in Phoenix in a gated community where the average is about $400,000-500,000. So he's doing a little bit better than his peers as well.
So we don't need to worry about their homes, no matter what happens at the campaign. They have a nice place to go back to.
I think they'll be fine.
Okay, Jeff and Patrick of the Yeas and Nays, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And he had a fantastic honeymoon trip lined up, but then his bride left him at the altar. Who he went with instead, and this trip ended up changing his life. We'll tell you all about it.
Powerful name in news, Fox.
Naturals from Purina Cat Chow with whole grains, real chicken and salmon, and the goodness of leafy greens. You live well, you eat right. Help your cat do the same. Naturals from Purina Cat Chow.
Whoa! You know, when you cough, you're not the only one who suffers.
New Grape Delsum controls cough for a full 12 hours. That's 12 hours, all day or all night.
Turn off the cough with Delsum.
1 out of 7 is not just a statistic. It's a father with leukemia, a friend with depression, a son with a heart ailment. 1 out of 7 of us is uninsured. To the American Medical Association, this is not just a statistic. It's a tragedy. But with this issue in mind, visit voicefortheuninsured.org.
Davis Furniture, we're gonna make you happy, and it's easier, 'cause we got what you've been looking for. We always charge you less and give you so much more. Davis Furniture.
Locally owned and operated for over 75 years. Stop and see why Davis Furniture was voted the best furniture store in the Hudson Valley. Davis Furniture on Main Street in Poughkeepsie.
Davis Furniture.
You may not know what these machines are, but combined with the expertise of board-certified radiologists at MD Imaging, they can save your life. But it isn't just the latest technology